Maker, no choice. Driven to make, drive to make. Drive less, make more? I don't know. So many materials, so many venues. Now I'm shrinking my area of coverage, shrinking the number of employers. With the gig economy running wild, I'm now pruning it back a bit. I've been so busy, I'm mostly too busy to spend it. If I stay home though, I have practically zero output due to the Facebook time suck. I have got to get out there. When I go to work, I build someone else's dreams, help them put on their show, allow them the credit for the smiles caused. Participation in any creation still yields great pride. Being part of a team makes it social. Being a professional makes it financial. From little kids shows to bigger theater productions, musicals, and music. Music. I never could make music. Literally asked to not sing when you were in my church by a choir master. The closest I have come was in drum circles, thanks to the kind Chris Davis. But through my work, I've assisted in some of the biggest musical acts of our time. Huge productions, selling out theaters, arenas, and stadiums. How did I get here? Unemployed and a push from Diane Cruz and Dream Rights. Then on to the Pulo Center and more venues. There was always the ever-present doubt of when the next gig will call. There's the fact that there will be something already booked on a day when a better paying job is offered. If I book a 4-hour job, later that day, it will block me from a full day's work somewhere else. I get to work at some very special places. Rock Lititz, a rehearsal venue designed for arena music productions. It is huge, but it still needs to be bigger. They are building again. Their next pod should allow indoor setup of stadium-sized stages. Outdoor staging and roof builds have taken me to the Yale campus in Connecticut, the National Mall in DC, a few fairgrounds and baseball fields around Maryland and Pennsylvania. The traditional theaters that I've worked in include the State Theater in Easton, Zollner in Bethlehem, DuPont in Wilmington, the Lohr Center in Shippensburg, Hershey venues, Whitaker, AMT, the Fulton, Strand, etc. Sometimes it's intimate and personal, like the Curious Little Playhouse in York, or the Governor's Mansion in Harrisburg, or the Pollock Center in Camp Hill. I really enjoy the variety, the different challenges. Gig work allows me to be a guest, an outsider invited in for this event, as opposed to the regular staff. The names of the acts or shows repeat so often, it really makes me wonder, why do we want to see and hear what we've already seen and heard? Media gets consumed like comfort food for our eyes and ears. My worry is that new work won't be making it to an audience because we have become satisfied with the familiar. How do we get new works if we keep rehashing the familiar? Ticket sales drive productions, that's true, and premieres are rare. This presentation is a premiere, brand new, never to be repeated. And look, we do have an audience. Walk out on that stage and perform. It is frightening, but it is adventure and progress. Something we all need to do is something we haven't done yet. That's good advice. I should listen to myself more on that. As a maker, the first time making any odd thing stretches me as a person. prototyping a cigar box fiddle, hobbit feet, a tuffet carrier, a foam rubber jack-o'-lantern, paint box soap forms, or a burger shack roof for the Curious Little Playhouse. All do their job. I've had help. Peter Danko, Brenda Wintermeyer, Matthew Clay Robinson, and others keep me being a traditional artist and involved. So far, it's been a tepid effort on my part. I have backburnered being an artist to lead the honorable existence, earning a paycheck, being a dad, husband, son, or brother. Life can have a plan, or it will happen anyway. Worrying about what others will think has kept me from some new works. Skirting obscenity can make the art either better or boring. Carving, finding, and collecting what my brother rightly calls tree vaginas has been on my mind for a long time. Is it my future? I have found some aesthetic success with it. I've been pleased with the output. But if a deadline can move, nothing else needs to. My literal deadline looms large. Walk out on that stage, perform. After all, those are not roots at the end of your legs.